Argentina's last breath.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is a World Cup 2026, the big game between the three lions, England versus Argentina. Can Messi take it, or Harry Kane will take it home?
Kane comes towards him, back to Tagliafico.
It's coming home versus the GOAT. Let's see what happens. What's live here? Subscribe to this channel. Like, comment, share, and let's take it from there. This is the live commentary. World Cup 2026. Argentina versus England. Enjoy the match live.
Brilliantly and find space. Player down here. It's Alexis McAllister. Also played for his nation, Carlos. And this is Bellingham. Studs on top of the boot. In terms of the card, it was a legitimate 50-50. But a set piece, it's about 45 yards away. Messi standing over the ball, slightly to the right of goal. He'll look to curl this in towards the edge of the box. And you think someone like a Christian Romero would like to get his head on this. He pushes forward, the defender. 23rd minute, crossing over into the 24th. Instead, Messi goes along the ground, finds Simeone on the right wing, up against Spence, wants to feed a ball into the middle, and wins a corner. Some Argentinian royalty, obviously, here. Mascherano, Lavezzi. Of course, everyone thinks of the great Diego Maradona when they think of Argentina. Of course, Lionel Messi, greats like Carlos Tevez, Mario Kempes, and the referees having a talking to Pickford and Simeone. I think Simeone has been given a job to disrupt and agitate this evening by his coach. It's exactly what his father loved doing. Of course, coached by his father at Atletico Madrid. Definitely got the facial recognition there as well. Apple doesn't fall far as Messi stands over this, coming in from the right side. Curled to Pickford, who is a little nervy, but England have a free kick. I think there was some blocking going on. Pickford did slap the ball away. Now this is definitely Simeone pushing Pickford and trying to prevent him from getting to the back post, but Alvarez was waiting. Hydration break we finally have at 0-0 in Atlanta. England against Argentina. No real chances on goal, and a little bit for the American referee Ismail El-Fath to figure out, but he's been able to really assert his authority in this game. He's been able to assess the gamesmanship against realistic fouls. There's no yellow cards so far, and you can check out the match summary, the stats, and all that jazz on the Flash Score app and the website. We'll have a look at those stats. Just in the meantime, 58% of the ball with Argentina. Of course, expected goals 0-0. That is a flat line, 0 for both nations, one corner kick apiece. And in terms of passing accuracy, that's only the real metric we've got. 94% for England, 87% for Argentina. And in terms of shots, there's nothing there. It is a flat line 0 the whole way. No big chances. Touches in the opponent's box. If you want to award Argentina 3 against 1 there, 2 offsides against Argentina. Free kicks 6-5 in favour of England. But both sides coming in really good attacking form. 17 goals for Argentina, 13 for England. Just one of those scored by someone else other than Jude Bellingham or Harry Kane. And if you've just joined us, we'll go through the 11s while we wait for the teams to have their hydration. Jordan Pickford in goal, Guehi, Stones, James and Spence, the back line for England. Anderson and Rice in the middle. Gordon on the left side of attack. Rogers on the right. Bellingham behind Harry Kane, who breaks the record this evening for England with 121 appearances, the most by any outfield player in history for the Three Lions. Argentina starting 11, Emiliano Martinez in goal, Christian Romero and Lisandro Martinez at the back, flanked by Nahuel Molina and Nicolas Tagliafico. Lionel Scaloni picking Leandro Paredes in the middle once again with Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister. The one change was Rodrigo de Paul. He goes out of the team for Giuliano Simeone, and the two attackers remain the same from the win over Switzerland. Julian Alvarez and Lionel Messi. Both these sides fighting for the right to take on Spain on Sunday. Argentina have never lost a semi-final at a World Cup in 5 previous semi-finals. They've scored 3+ goals in the past 4 World Cup matches. 6 of the past 7 matches producing 2.5 goals or more. Messi has become the World Cup all-time high scorer, 21 goals, 10 assists. Those 10 assists for 10 different players. And they pick up the ball. We're back underway outside the box. I think that's come off Lionel Messi and gone behind for a goal kick. And it was a hurried pass from Alvarez looking for Messi. And this is where they're going to find some joy, is just attacking the ball in packs and having each other close by. That's what they were able to do to England there. The first real worry for England as they're coming together again. There's 2 in a row. James bowled over by McAllister. Argentina want the throw. Now there's no free kick going England's way. After that was Morgan Rogers who went down with Thomas Tuchel is absolutely livid on the touchline. And again, you have to fight for every single inch in these games. Was asked whether he thought Harry Kane could go on to play another World Cup. He would be 36, turning 37, you think. What is he at the moment? He's 32. The Bayern Munich striker, 85 goals for his country. If he can make it 86, he might just get his nation to the World Cup final. First for 60 years. It's David Martinez who lobs it forward over the halfway line. In pursuit was Simeone on Spence. It'll bobble out the right wing, and again it's Simeone with a poor touch over the line, and Spence will take a throw in their own defensive area. Back in for Guehi. Have to feel for Konsa, who made way this evening, but it could be something where Thomas Tuchel wants a bit more run down the right side. Point passing in for Reece James. He does attack a long ball. Over comes Tagliafico, and James will have the throw. About 8 yards back from the corner flag. The number 24 finds John Stones. Centre field now for Elliot Anderson. Lateral pass. Spence finds Gordon. Now down the left. They come towards him. It's back from Bellingham. No one forward except for Harry Kane. Gordon in a real fight. He shoves over his man. And again, you have to give credit to Giuliano Simeone. He has been in the middle of everything. This time pushed to ground, wins his nation a free kick. And again, back for Emiliano Martinez. England with a couple of moves, potentially Juventus. If he does want to leave England, I'm sure he'll be heavily criticised if he does help Argentina conspire to get rid of England from the World Cup. A few Premier League players in the starting 11 do include McAllister, Fernandez, Lisandro Martinez, as well as Emiliano Tagliafico. Argentina still with the ball. They are having the bulk of possession, but England happy for them to have it in the middle of the pitch. Long ball. It was audacious, and it goes directly out for a goal kick for Jordan Pickford. It was played across the pitch, and it was overhit, to say the least. 37 attendance in the stands. Ericsson, the other one. And Thomas Tuchel looking to take off and getting. Rogers on the edge of the box, wants to play on and into the area, but the referee will mark the territory in which Bellingham was fouled. Now this is about 25 yards away from the goal. This might be England's best chance to get on the scoreboard. It was just taken down from behind, wasn't it? This time Tuchel approves of the referee's decision. Definite contact, definitely a free kick. 2 Argentinians chasing him down. So back comes Lionel Messi. I think he's going to be given a spot in the wall alongside Alvarez. And this is about 10 yards to the left of that post. Martinez setting his wall. It's perhaps a little further out than what I first anticipated. As David Beckham watches on with Posh. Tetteh not standing over this by himself. It's going to be swung in on the right boot. So you'd think about 27 yards away from the goal on an angle, about 45 degrees, left side of the pitch. In it goes, over the penalty spot. The header's there from John Stones, directly out of play. So no real threat there for England, but Argentina having to man up and England looking to find space now. They did have a 3-on-3 situation over there. There was a push. I think that's Morgan Rogers again. John Stones a little disappointed he wasn't able to steer that header at least to test Emiliano Martinez. And they play it out short. Romero trying to soak up some of this England pressure. It's always about trying to do the unexpected to catch the other side out as Simeone, some argy-bargy, wins it back off Spence, but across comes Guehi. The fight's still on. Guehi pushed over. And Simeone will do well not to get a card here. I think that must be his last warning. Titanic struggle in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Not a spare seat in the house. 71,000 is the capacity. Well, it's tooth and nail for these players. You can see Simeone's tenacity into the back of the England number 6. Such history between these two nations. Probably one of the most replayed goals ever is the hand of God. Diego Maradona on Peter Shilton. Of course, that shirt going for £7 million at auction following the death of Diego. Anonymous bidder. Probably wearing it right now. Long ball from Pickford. Finds Spence. Beautiful ball through. This is Gordon. Real chance here, but it's cleared away just in time by Lisandro Martinez. It finds the chest of Reece James. Chips it over the head of Bellingham. And that petered out, and Simeone with Spence breathing down his neck. Up against his own byline. Spence will win it back. Simeone's given that up. And it is Molina to the rescue. Still England, persevering through Gordon on the spin. Bellingham, no space for him, earns a free kick. And that is going against Molina. Bellingham straight up, back into the middle. Can England capitalise? 35th minute into the 36th at 0-0. Is that all about to change? That was Molina's left boot into the back of Bellingham's left thigh. Perhaps the knee, perhaps the calf muscle, but nothing vicious there. Just enough contact that Bellingham was looking for. England supporters behind this goal. So it's hard to tell. I think they're mixed because the Argentina strip, the home strip, is the light blue and the white. It's mixed in there with England's home strip. But England wearing the white tonight, will they find a goal here? Reece James standing over this one. Perhaps they want more whip on this one. John Stones and Guehi on the penalty spot. A wall of Argentines in front of them. Tetteh waiting for a pass on the edge of the box. Instead, it's Reece James. It's punched away. Keeper's back on his feet. Anderson with a header back in. Away by Alvarez. They clear it towards halfway. Simeone chases. James was there. But so was Alvarez. Now there's a chance for a counter-attack. Sliding challenge might come from Spence on Messi. Messi keeps the ball, shrugs off 1, 2, then 3. This is brilliant work by the little magician. Tries to get back through Spence. And this time he wants a free kick. Players are rushing in to his aid. Was there enough contact here to warrant a yellow card? I think it's coming for Elliot Anderson. It's been shown. It's going the way of Lisandro Martinez. Who's it going to? It's hard to tell because the referee's trying to push players away at the same time as showing a yellow card. And that is... It's got to be for Lisandro Martinez. Perhaps for intervening. I think he's going to show it also to Elliot Anderson, who's being... He evaded another one, and then It was a ferocious effort here from Anderson, who just body checked Messi. Something we don't want to see, as a neutral, that is, but I'm sure England fans will appreciate the physical challenge there on the Argentinian captain. So, free kick, Argentina, 38th minute. Standing over, this is Messi. It's about 40 yards from the goal, directly in front. So Anderson with the yellow for tripping. Convinced there was one shown to Lisandro Martinez as well. We'll double check that for you. The ball is played square across. Paredes back for Messi. Everyone's still waiting on the edge of the box though. Now Messi takes on the player, wants to shoot from long range and does. It'll sit here for Fernandez. Oh, that has just skimmed the crossbar from about 28 yards, you'd think, directly in front. Argentinians are saying that Pickford got a fingertip to it and it should be a corner. Fernandez, who has been in really good goal-scoring form, definitely didn't receive a touch from Pickford, but it did take a lick of paint off the crossbar. Top left corner. First real shot in anger, instigated by Messi, of course. His shot deflected. Came back for Fernandez. From further out, he had the shot. It was a rocket. Exactly what we want to see. One of these two heavyweights swinging. See if they can connect. 39th minute, no goals though. As we look to the flash score stats, 58% of the ball still with Argentina. 2 shots for them, 1 for England. John Stones perhaps coming in the closest, you would say, but some really good work from Jed Spence on the left side. He's got the skills to beat players. He's gone through the legs once or twice. And he could be a real character in this story. Martinez with the ball, though. The keeper chips it for Simeone. He won't get there. Goes up for the header. It'll sit for Anderson. McAllister waits. Aerial ping pong. Simeone now down for Messi. Good first touch. Goes inside, finds McAllister. It'll bobble. Rice is there to clear away. Finds good territory on the halfway line from the right side. Argentina will have a throw. Now, no team has been able to get the ascendancy. It's just a couple of good patches for both sides. But again, it's slow, it's methodical, it's well thought out, and no side wants to concede. Argentina have been known to concede some very soft goals in this tournament, and England will look to capitalise, but they too know, with Alvarez and Messi up forward, they need to be careful. Fernandez in the middle. Messi is deep, 35 yards away. Takes the ball away from Anderson. Past Kane now. Alvarez will square it up for Tagliafico. Alvarez across the pitch. Now Bellingham. It'll find its way to the right wing for Simeone. Fernandez. Simeone. Messi controlling the distribution, the flow of it. Fernandez, right side. I'd say the attacking 25-yard area. Now Messi, his pass picked up by Rice. This is beautiful work from England. Now it's Morgan Rogers. Shrugs off the first challenge. His jersey was pulled and there'll be a yellow card shown for Lisandro Martinez. Definitely is a yellow for him now. Didn't get one before. Now he has it. And this is where England, just like Egypt, can cause some problems in transition. So 1 yellow card apiece. 1 for Elliot Anderson, 1 for Lisandro Martinez. 0-0 in Atlanta. And Bellingham very deep at left back. Finds Spence. Are they trying to pull the Argentinian backline out of position? Bellingham with a lot of space in the midfield. No one coming towards him. Back for Guehi, now Stones. In the centre circle. James, right side. England looking to probe. Picked up. Now Argentina, the forward run. They need to pick the pass on. Simeone made that run. He has been up and down. Definitely the most meters gained from him for the Argentines at least. Messi now, slow and in the middle. Takes on the first challenge of Anderson, who takes it away from him. That's a good psychological win. Brought down. And England with a free kick. They take it quickly. It's Bellingham. He's away from the first in Romero. Molina comes over. The ball again picked away from a number 10. Bellingham dispossessed. Molina back for the keeper. There hasn't been much in terms of action, but definitely the storyline is there that this is going to be a mental challenge as well as physical. Can England preserve their goal and get to the half-time break without conceding, as Simeone makes the run into the channel? Wrestled down by Guehi. He's done good work. He's won the throw for England. Has been tidy defending from both sides. Cohesive, that's where the game plan is beginning for both coaches. Scaloni now up on his feet. Did say that this clash is just a football game. There's no politics. Didn't want to make reference to the Falklands. None of that. He just wants to play the game. I'm sure England feels the same.
Rice now. How do you think he's fared, Declan Rice? We did wonder, didn't we? Seems okay. As Reece James plays it back to Rice, who are in on the challenge. And with the throw in off Alvarez that England are looking to take quickly. But ball back on the field from the Argentina bench. So England couldn't take the quick throw in 3 minutes.
More shenanigans from the Argentina bench there. Skullduggery.
Declan Rice?
Yeah, I think he looks well. You wouldn't know that he was ill last week, and he struggled to get through the game. I think you would say he's having one of his normal games.
Here is Rice. England with the ball in the Argentina defensive third. James then back to Stones, nearer to the halfway line. John Stones. Then back to James. Now here's Morgan Rogers, who's done as well as he could do on the right, coming in to start ahead of Madueke and Saka. Comes back to John Stones, and then all the way back to Pickford. And I think for Morgan Rogers as well, this was a match for the physicality of Rogers. Long pass through the middle from Anderson, but Rogers was in an offside position, and it's a free kick to Argentina.
Yeah, they just got in each other's way there. Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham running into the same space. I think that's one thing Thomas Tuchel will be saying. He'll want more width from Morgan Rogers. He wants him on this near touch line. Rather, he wants him to make those runs, but not to the detriment of others.
And he is capable of that, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when he's come on and when he's played, we've seen the creativity and we've seen the way that he can actually unlock a door. And maybe something like that is going to be needed the way this game's panning out.
England 0, Argentina 0. No quarter given or taken here. Argentina with Tagliafico. And then Alvarez. And then a shove in the back of Enzo Fernandez from Bellingham. That's not given as a free kick. Harry Kane with a pass, but that was a tired-looking pass from Kane. Tagliafico easily cut that one out. James, oh, that's a high foot on James from Paredes. Yes, that's given as a free kick. Again, more Argentina reaction from their players down there, arms thrown into the air. It's high foot, caught James.
Blatant free kick, one that he's actually got right, the referee. Brave there, Reece James, to put his head in because he could see what was coming from Paredes.
Kane. Now to the left-hand side to Jed Spence. The defending World Cup champions having to defend for these final seconds of the first half. Gordon cuts in. It takes a deflection, but that drops high over the top of the bar. And I think the ref...
Well, a lofted ball towards Tagliafico. Double team, so back he goes towards Lisandro.
25
Delicate
minutes.
ball inside. Now to Tagliafico down the line. Alvarez looking to get out of danger. Shoving the back. Play on though. Enzo Fernandez perplexed. Halfway line. Plays a low ball. Tagliafico intercepts. Kane playing as a midfielder right now. High boot there. Could be something for the referee.
The first half is over.
Back Paredes for
Argentina is 0-0.
I think it was Reece James claiming there was contact. Definitely wasn't. But still, the intent was there, and a free kick for England, deservedly so. Across from Kane, who's trying to get a little bit more involved. Perhaps a couple of words from the captain can inspire them to a goal before half-time. As Jed Spence teams up on the left side. Gordon up against Simeone, who's been absolutely crucial in the first half. And the cross was whipped in. It's taken a touch and over the goal. And that is the last play of the game for the first half. It is 0-0 in Atlanta. You're listening here on Flash Score. Live broadcast. England want the corner. Definitely came off an Argentinian player. Messi's over there with Kane just to intervene. Kane disappointedly won't have the corner as he trudges off, leads his side into the break at 0-0. England unscathed. Same with Argentina. Thomas Tuchel and Lionel Scaloni. If you offered them this before the game, they would have taken it every time. Get to the half-time break without conceding and then go for it in the second half. We are set for a huge one. Another 45 minutes coming your way in about 12 minutes' time. We'll be back for the second half. 0-0 in Atlanta, England, Argentina.
At the end of first half, it's Argentina. Argentina, Spain. I beg your pardon. England, no. Let's credit to BBC. Let's take the halftime analysis from BBC, and we'll take it from there.
He'll get the ball at one stage and do something special, but Harry Kane looks very tired out there. I wonder what sort of Harry Kane will get in the second half.
Let's get the view from Buenos Aires for the football commentator and journalist John Cotterill, who is there with us. Not former John, you're very much the current. John, what there of this first half then, because we were wondering whether we would get any kind of passage of play, any real chances created, and they weren't in that first half.
No, but I enjoyed it. I know I've seen a lot of stick online, so it's not a game of football. I think it's been pulsating, but it depends on your point of view, of course. Chances were very few and far between. You mentioned Kane a second ago. I think it's the speed. Kane's got everything you could possibly want from a top-class player. He doesn't have pace, and he's been off the pace in this one. He's not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not been involved at all because everything's been moving so quickly around him. I was a bit annoyed about the card for the Geordie Maradona, Elliot Anderson. I don't think he deserved the card for that, and finally we got a card for the Argentines from American US referee. But it's been one of those matches. I think it's been exactly what everyone would have predicted it to be.
The substitutions will be interesting second half. Bukayo Saka, I think it's only a matter of time before he comes on. I think Morgan Rogers has done okay on the right-hand side. But that is a change that I think at some stage Thomas Tuchel will make. We know that Argentina have a deep squad as well. Enzo Fernandez, he's been at the centre of everything, whether it's some strong challenges, getting into the referee's ear, and that one, the closest we came to a goal, fantastic strike with his left boot just over the bar. Enzo Fernandez really has been the main character so far of this game.
And we've seen Thomas Tuchel, the England head coach, furious on the touchline at times with some of the decisions. What will the view be, though, in Argentina, John? What will Lionel Scaloni be making of that first half? It's part of the game plan, isn't it?
Well, it is. Right from the start, you saw at the national anthems when the Argentine national anthem was being drowned out, the way their players reacted, the way they sang it compared to the English players, there's a lot more riding on it for Argentina. You're talking about the Fernandes chance. That was the first opportunity Argentina had in the 37th minute. And England pegged them back. I don't think Argentina got out their own half in the first 10 minutes. But Scaloni is like Tuchel. They will make changes. I think the other player, you mentioned Fernandes winding everyone up. Simone as well. He's been on everybody. And that is why he's there. I think that's why it's his first game since Argentina beat Jordan by 3-1. He's not appeared since then. He's been there to have a go at the England players. And he's been doing it very, very well.
John, you mentioned the friendly relationship that Lionel Messi seems to have with this referee. They've got history, haven't they? And I think Lionel Messi he's won trophies, hasn't he, when this referee has been on the pitch. Tell us more about this history between them.
Well, it's all part of the conspiracy, isn't it? The big FIFA conspiracy for Argentina to win this World Cup, which is what I've been seeing so much of in the last day or so. But that's complete nonsense, of course. But yeah, there is this kind of thing, as you said, and this referee does tend to pop up, and they do tend to have not a relationship, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it, really? It's a random choice of the officials normally, but somebody who's been performing pretty well. So, yeah, okay, there is that kind of thing. The cards, it took an eternity for this referee, Ismail Elthaf, to dish out his first card. It was for Anderson. And then finally, we saw a card for a tug on a shirt to an Argentine player. Martinez wasn't it, who got that first card. But yeah, there's this kind of thing going on. But I think the referee he's got a very, very difficult job on his hands, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a tough job. John's been very balanced. I'll be balanced as well. He's a top referee. He really is a top referee. There's no coincidence why he's been given this job. He's one of the top referees that the FIFA have. But yeah, he's got a job on his hands in the second half as well.
Yeah, just a quick final thought, John, from you then as to the approach for Argentina in the second half. Will it change, do you think? They've got to look to create as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they haven't done a lot. As we were just saying, the first chance, the only chance on the 37th minute by Fernandes, it's not a lot. They've been too busy containing England. I think England have put in a decent performance. You know, as I said, I've seen a lot of stuff online saying how boring performance. Bellingham has been good. Jed Spence has been good as well. So Argentina, they've had their minds on those players in particular, but also the general physicality of England. England are a physically stronger, more mobile side than Argentina, and that's caused them problems. So yes, they've got to create more chances in the final third, Argentina. However, they've got a lot on their plate.
John, thank you. John Cotterill with us, football commentator and journalist in Buenos Aires. That's the view from Argentina. Let's get the view from the England camp now. Here's their assistant manager, Anthony Barry.
Anthony, a tense physical battle in that first half. Other than to keep their heads, what's your message to the players at the break?
Keep going. We wanted to be the aggressor. We wanted to be on the front foot. We wanted to get after them. We wanted to show our players that there was no inferiority complex, that we were here to play in the opponent's half and show our players that through the tactical approach. I think it worked up until the water break. From there, it gets a little bit more difficult for us to catch the ball. They drop Messi outside our block. They drop Enzo outside the block. It's more difficult for us. They got some possession, but it's still absolutely okay. I think for us to evolve in the game, and the evolution for us now is to take this dominance and try and turn into some bigger chances. We've had some okay chances, half chances, but I think the more time we spend in the opponent's half, the more tired they will get. We use our Premier League power and our physicality, and I think we can open them up later on.
For second half.
At half-time then from the England assistant manager, Anthony Barry. Let's go to New York. Della Floyd is there.
At the break, and with a couple of them, Charlotte. Half guy.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. We just got to fucking. Sorry about that. They're a bit excited.
Sorry about the language there, Charlotte. It's been a bit of a physical battle, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's been a lot of argy-bargy with the Argentinians, but you know, I think with the second half. creativity into the game, and we're going to score some goals.
There's a great atmosphere inside this sports bar. We're Midtown Manhattan. And there's a lot of England fans here, as I've already said. Tell me about the society that you own, because there's a lot of St George's Society patrons here. Tell me about that.
Yeah, exactly. So the St George's Society of New York, we've been organising watch parties to bring British people who support England in New York together, all in one space, so we can cheer our country on from abroad.
And what I'm loving about this as well, Guy, is the fact that in New York, of course, it is only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of people have already gone to work today. They've left work. They're not going back, are they?
No, we started work at 6 a.m. this morning so we could get authority to come and watch the game. We tried to bring all our American colleagues with us, and they showed up too, which is awesome. So yeah, we're here a mixture of friends, family, and workers as well. So it's been awesome.
Have you enjoyed the English songs that they've been playing as well, Charlotte?
Oh, definitely. If you stick around till the end of the game, you'll see everyone start a party. Everyone's going to be singing the songs. We'll all be singing Hey Jude eventually when he scores, so it's coming.
Well, at the minute, Guy, as we're saying, at half-time, everyone seems pretty positive. Of course, we could be in for a nervy second 45, and of course, it could go the distance.
I just believe in the boys. I think they've got it. I think the Lionesses did it. I think the Lions can do it too. So yeah, we'll be supporting them through the second half as well.
Absolutely. Anything the Lionesses can do, you believe clearly the men can do as well?
Oh, absolutely. If they can do it, then, the boys are going to win it as well.
Argentina, though, Lionel Messi, Guy, I mean, he's the man, is he not?
Who?
Great chatting with you both. Enjoy the rest of your time here. Guy and Charlotte, England fans here in the Sports Bar, Lee. It's a great atmosphere, as you can imagine.
Della, thank you very much in New York, with apologies again for the language there. It is half-time. England 0, Argentina 0. John, are we going to see it in the second half, do you think?
I think it might stay as it is, this game, but it was remarkable because it's the first World Cup match on record since 1966, when the records began from Opta, who take these stats and these numbers, not to see a single shot in the first 30 minutes. The previous wait for the shot, longest time for a shot, was England's last game against Norway. So I think it still will be cagey in terms of chance creation. But I agree with John, I agree with those two fans in terms of how entertaining it's been, because I've not been bored by it. It's compelling, but we could do with a few more goal-scoring opportunities. And as I say, I think Bukayo Saka at some point in the second half will be coming on.
Yeah, no real flow to the game in that first half. We'll see how things change and develop, but it is totally absorbing. Sets of supporters and getting ready for this second half. So out though, when we rejoin our for the second half in Atlanta, England 0, Argentina 0 at half-time. We're back there after the latest.
37 minutes live.
BBC News with Govinda Gill. Iran's top negotiator has said Iran's national security.
Credit to GBC.
Overtaking the quality on display. So what I think they'll do in the second half will be to continue, and also because of the occasion, I think it's playing into the way these two teams are physical. It's playing into it. So what they should do will be to reduce the aggression and get playing. That will open up the game a bit more.
Yeah.
But the England team have had, but how they possess the ball to create the opportunities, they've had the better of that against the Argentines.
Okay. All right. Well, the touches or the big chances the two teams have got. I just quickly want to run through the numbers. So ball possession, 44%. That's of the Three Lions. 56 to the Argentina national team. In terms of the XG or the expected goals, it's 0.05 for Three Lions, 0.03 for Argentina. Total shots 2-2. Linus Kalani side, and then 1 for Thomas Tuchel side. Shot on target 0 apiece. Touches in opposition box 4 apiece. Big chances 0-0. Yeah, so the numbers are actually very not great. And in terms of the physical battles, a lot has been seen from the two teams. Covenant, let me bring you in on what England are doing. They get the ball, try to hit it long. Harry Kane very deep. the passes either to the left or right. But on that right side, I think not seen enough from that side in terms of the attacking threat on the part of the English team.
Yeah, we've not seen a lot from Morgan. Operated very well from the right-hand side of attack. Who could just attack them very well, who could give more attacking runs. And Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side has done a bit, but he's not very straight on what he has to do, and that is very, very worrying. And for Hurricane himself, Hurricane has been a bit lost in the game. We've not seen a lot from him so far in the game, and that should tell you that the Argentines are really sacking him a lot, and they are not allowing him to get hold of the ball because they know that when he drops deep, he's able to give those accurate passes, and that is what can cause a lot of goals. So it's been good from both sides when it comes to the defense line, but both sides have been very, very physical in the game, and they don't want to. It's like both sides are very careful, and they don't want to make any mistake. That is why they are very, very physical. And it's like this is the very first I'm seeing the England side. Okay, that's more of Tuchel being very, very, very physical in the game. So that's what they have to do, because with the Argentines, they already played this physical game already. When you go to common ball and when they're playing the qualifiers, and even in some of the games that they were playing in the World Cup. So I'm not surprised about how Argentina is playing very, very physical about that. The English national team are just matching them boot for boot, and that's very good. And let's see how the second half will go.
Staying with your prediction?
The Argentina to qualify to the final.
Okay, Clarence, before we head over to the second half commentary.
Yes,
prediction, staying with that.
I still think Argentina will qualify. I was expecting a lot more goals in the first half than we had, but I guess when it's getting to the last quarter of the second half, they would open up a bit more, and we'll see the chances being created.
Okay, Bernard, real quick.
Argentina win.
Argentina to win. Okay, so all three. Thank you so much. Let's join the second half action. Commentary from our partners, BBC Radio 5 Live, 97.3. I'm Gabby of Stay with us.
Let's join the second half commentary. Credit to CTFM. And enjoy the second half.
Slightly fussy.
Enjoy the second half from BBC.
He's not my favourite referee.
Ismail Elfat, who's had a real job on his hands and at times has struggled with it. Right, second half begins now, second time around. Declan Rice passes the ball back to Pickford, who's slightly off balance, hits a long ball through the middle. Kane jumps for, Romero wins that in the air. Rice heads it back to Gordon, who nods it forward to the edge of the box, and the ball's played up to Messi nearer the halfway line. Now this could free up Julian Alvarez in the centre circle. Alvarez actually angles it back to McAllister. Argentina in their lucky blue shirts, black shorts, black socks. England in the almost all white with the red trim, red numbers on the back. England 0, Argentina 0. Ending champions, England, who've not been in a World Cup final since 1966. Never won a World Cup semi-final on foreign soil. That's what they're trying to do. And the match that we've seen, maybe it'll change in the second half, but maybe one goal might be enough to win this. Here's Romero. Romero for Argentina, to his right, to Molina. And then Simeone. Giuliano Simeone coming in for Rodrigo de Paul, who's on the bench. Substitutes will probably play a big part in this, in the second half, from both Thomas Tuchel and Scaloni. That's been the way of it at this World Cup, and certainly when you have 5 changes that you can make. Ball back with Martinez. This stadium, the Atlanta Stadium, is absolutely packed. It's the hottest ticket at this World Cup. Martinez, long pass from him. Simeone gets a little head to that. Spence missed it. Alvarez into the box. Spence recovering. Shot saved by Pickford. First attempt on goal in the second minute of the second half. It's Alvarez. Jordan Pickford saves it. Comes back to Alvarez. Oh, what a turn. Shoots into the outside netting. And they're claiming that it took a flick off Gay. But the referee says, in fact, I think he has given a corner.
Clumsy that by Jed Spence. That's the last thing that England want to be doing, is surrendering possessions in those type of areas. On the tip of the 18-yard box, he just takes his eye off it, and he's robbed by Alvarez. He gets in 12 yards out on the angle, hammers it hard and low to Jordan Pickford's near post. England goalkeeper does well with his angles. His positional awareness was good, and a good strong left hand from Jordan Pickford.
So there we are, finally an attempt on goal, on target. Maybe it will be a better second half. Messi to take the corner for Argentina. This is at the end to our right. That's where the massed ranks of the Argentina fans in their sky blue and white striped shirts are. Messi actually takes it all the way back to the middle of the half, and then it's given back to Messi. Left-footed ball in. Good header won by John Stones in there under some pressure. And then it's headed forward by James. Gordon won't reach that. It's scooped forward to Messi, who is onside on the right-hand side. Messi up against Bellingham, and the ball runs away from Messi, and Bellingham leaning into Messi, and the ball runs behind. Messi says, how about that? For a had gone from him, but even so, Bellingham was risking it.
Yeah, and there was a question whether Messi was offside, but he wasn't. He was clever with his run. Gets into the 18-yard box, and Jude Bellingham actually just uses his body to usher the ball away.
Lionel Messi, joint top scorer with Mbappe at this World Cup on 8 goals. And for the record, Messi, this is his 33rd World Cup appearance, extending his new record.
By the way, 8 goals.
3 assists.
Magical left boot, we should describe it as. What an innings it's been. He goes outside the box along the ground. It'll end up back towards Messi, the Miami man. Will float it in. Big chance there for Simeone. Couldn't get there in front of Kane, who's doing a fantastic job defending. Now it will break for Gordon down the left wing, but across in cover defence. Argentina will head it back towards Messi, who takes on the player. He shielded. That was almost a rugby-like block from Jude Bellingham. The two numbers, one on the other. Bellingham doing the defending and winning out here. Gets up immediately. And Messi was onside. The English defensive line not getting forward quick enough. And that meant Bellingham had to sit back and defend. He didn't without any real sense of danger. He knew exactly where to position his body in front of Messi, so he didn't have that line towards, but on an angle and towards the Bellingham. He cannot be beaten. He's got the defensive prowess, just as he does in the middle of the park. Now Pickford towards Spence. It's about 60 yards. Picked up by Gordon. Jinking run on the angle, centre field. And again, it's Elliott, Bellingham, Spence. Wants to take on the man, which is Molina. Tries to go around him. Good ball into the middle first time. And it's played away to the touchline by Lisandro Martinez. And this is England on the left flank. Spence will take. Bellingham gets forward. About 20 yards back from the corner flag. England going number 25. In for cap number 13. Has never scored, and neither has Anderson. So debut goals here. Could see them through the World Cup for either of those two. Now Argentina can't find their way out of danger. Back for Gordon. Elliott composed. Back for Stones, the last man. Now Guehi gets back on the halfway line, but on the left side. Kane comes back to get possession. The give and go as he runs in towards the penalty spot. He's got Romero in front of him. Same with Molina. They go low, England. They need to try and curl that over the top, but the ball wasn't put in there to Kane's advantage by Morgan Rogers. Preferred to Madueke, preferred to Saka. Well, this is so dangerous at the back for Argentina, but Romero with the quick feet was able to evade the double press in the box from Rogers and Gordon, and that is really nervy if you are an Argentine fan, but Romero coming off unscathed. Same with Spence, who had to get back quickly in his back third. Now this is definitely going to be a free kick going England's way. There were arms around the player. Now this is good for England because Romero receives a yellow card This is a foul on Bellingham. He knew exactly what he was doing, just trying to stop that drive through. Argentina doing what they need to prevent the Real Madrid band from ace. And just going back to that Romero maneuver, the slick feet and passing out from the back just a minute ago. Just seeing the replay of the Argentina fans who were watching on in horror. Good peripheral vision, perhaps hearing the heavy breathing of the England players as well, coming around and swarming it. They're back underway with Gordon left side. In front is Simeone and Molina. The ball to the net of Anderson. In a 52nd minute of the game. Goalless in Atlanta. The best chance for Argentina coming with Julian Alvarez in the second half. And you'd have to say maybe John Stones' header. It's the only real chance that England have been able to conjure up. Guehi receives from Pickford. That's good play from Simeone, but he did have a high arm to knock Spence off balance. Whistle's gone. We've got a break in play. Referee just trying to keep some civil order. Atletico Madrid attacking midfielder. First half will be remembered for a slogfest. Simply all about getting in the minds of their opponents. Now Alvarez with his back to goal receives away from Elliott. Out to the left flank. Tagliafico doesn't go for the cross. He finds McAllister. He'll switch play. 45 yards away. Molina. Seen him score some absolute crackers back in his Serie A day. From a long way out. Messi. Now Fernandes. Simeone. First time ball from Molina, still there, needs to be cleared by England, and is. Goal. The delicate chip forward, retrieved by Argentina. Here they come again. Martinez thought about driving it from 40 yards, held his nerve. Now it's a good spell for the Albiceleste. Simeone, back for Paredes. Right half space, good ball to the back post. Real fizz on it. Tagliafico wants to run towards, but it didn't curl to his advantage. Instead it held its line and goes directly out of play for an England goal kick for Jordan Pickford. 3 players over the age of 30 for England, 4 this evening in the 11 for Argentina. Many condemning Lionel Scaloni, the Argentina coach, for picking such an old squad, but when it really comes down to it, you need that experience to take big trophies. The youngest player will be Elliot Anderson and also Bellingham at age of 23. As England do get forward now, Rice with a give and go into the back post. Big chance, England score. It's Anthony Gordon. England in the lead in Atlanta. Might be half a question mark to see if he was behind the last defender, but he peeled in towards that back post. Tucked it home with the right boot. Argentina caught out. England takes the lead in the semi-final.
Of England's goal.
Gordon from the right wing, low. It's skidded across Emiliano Martinez's goal mouth. Kane with the first ball forward. Lobbed it over the top. Rodgers didn't get there. Rice did. Gordon then decided he needed to get back in behind Molina, and he definitely is onside. And he got in front of Molina, right in front of Martinez from 4 yards out, taps it home. England with the lead. A beautifully worked goal. The dream of the final is only, 35 minutes away, plus stoppages for England. Argentina now need to respond. Anthony Gordon with goal number 4 for England, his first in the World Cup. England's 4th goal scorer in this tournament, after Kane, after Bellingham, and after Rashford. So the assist from Rodgers. England showing they're not dependent on their main two, the number 9 and number 10. This time it was the number 17 with a ball across for the number 18. Back underway, Argentina in possession after the kickoff, and it's with Tagliafico. The onus now on the world champions. Otherwise, just like France was shocked last night, they will go out. A lot of people would have touted a 2022 replay. France against Argentina. Mbappe against Messi. That's a poor pass there from Lisandro Martinez. Kane couldn't get on the end of a cross, and Argentina escaped the danger. Now Messi. Oh, big chance here for Argentina. In comes Giuliano Simeone. Needs to shoot. Big chance. Big tackle. And Spence pumps. It's a fist pump. Should clarify that. What a sliding challenge this is. Needed to be foot to the ball. He does get there. And Giuliano Simeone was able to break away into the right half space, but didn't fire the shot. Spence nullifies it. And Argentina with a big chance to respond. In the end, it's going to be an Argentina corner coming in from the right wing. Messi again, low to the outside of the box, back towards him. He tries to cross, first time then, towards McAllister. Good header away by Harry Kane. Throw Argentina. Right wing once more, Paredes. Cannot write Argentina off, but he cannot discount England from breaking forward and scoring a second. Messi on the right wing wants to take on Gordon, draws in two, including Bellingham. Paredes and slowly as they do want to bring him on. It's a massive goal threat, something like mid-teens in Serie A. Ball to the back post, floated in, Pickford leaves it, shoved to ground in the process. Nothing there for Argentina as it went across the face of goal from right to left, and Thomas Tuchel now is up on his feet, just looking a little calmer now, looking a little happier. Don't often see that from Tuchel, and it was Gordon again, just watching the replay with Posh and Bex, fist pumping the air. Anthony Gordon might be the hero that gets them there. Celebrations would have been like a wave up and down Britain, at least in England, as Pickford a little unnerved in his own box. And here Argentina can pinch the ball back. Half a chance here for Messi if he can get the shot off. Evades the sliding challenge of Guehi, and England have done well to repel that because Messi did have the ball in the box but couldn't find space. Now McAllister still there for Argentina. England in big numbers. Kane just has to poke it over the line under pressure. Sustained pressure this is. On the hour mark now, England leading by a goal to nil. Messi. Forward ball towards Alvarez. Back outside for Paredes. To the left now, Tagliafico. Nowhere to go for him. No point crossing it into the head of Messi here. He's got three defenders either side of him. Pointless cross from Simeone from the right wing. Tagliafico will pick up on the defensive header. England needing to put a shift in now as the flow of the game, the pendulum has swung towards Messi's side. Romero, Paredes, Lisandro. Still hoping to find some space down this right side. Simeone nowhere to go. Will Scaloni make a change? And if so, how soon? Or will they go to their ground passing tactics where they try and find some space just in front of goal? The shot will come here from Enzo Fernandez from an angle about 25 yards away. He showed in the first half he will fire if the angle opens up. And here, same thing happened. A more acute angle, and this one goes well over the top of the goal, good metre or so. Pickford didn't have to worry about that one. England have failed to beat sides ranked 4th or higher in knockout matches throughout history. They've never been able to do it. Argentina ranked 2nd England ranked 4th at the moment, as England with a high press is looking to pick up on any possible errors from Lisandro Martinez. And now it's back for Paredes. Fernandez looking for the link-up play vertically. McAllister. Now they go side to side. Molina. Messi. Might see more of that as the match wears on. Simeone. Messi. Just carrying it forward, looking to gain a few centimetres each time. Messi evades Bellingham. Now he gets the ball just outside the box, tries the 1-2. Couldn't get the return pass from Alvarez to the left side of the box now. Now back into the middle. Argentina looking to try and catch England out and open up some space. Look at the left side tilt. Paredes does like to shoot from distance when he can. Messi, his pass towards, and that was McAllister lurking, was kicked away by Stones. 63rd minute of the game, England with a 1-0 lead. Slow build up again from Argentina. Paredes, he's got everyone behind the ball in an England shirt. Kane camped outside the box, the Argentinians. It's Alvarez, picked up by Reece James. Tries to chip it to a teammate down the line. There's no one there. Stays in play. Tagliafico. Paredes. Where will Argentina find this goal from? Messi in between 2-3, loses the ball. He lost it a good 10 times or so in that first half. But it's that one time that he does hold on to the ball that England will need to be extremely worried as Lisandro Martinez picks up on a loose ball. Back for his namesake. The legs of Spence. It's being taken away by Bellingham from Messi. Simeone take it back about 25 yards and have to retake the throw. No, the referee saw that a change was about to be made. So we will have our first substitution of the game. And it will be Nico Gonzalez in for Paredes. So a defensive midfielder coming out for an attacking midfielder. And he's versatile, Nico Gonzalez. Spent the season with Atletico Madrid, a former Juventus and Fiorentina player. Coming in for cap number 57 for Argentina. Has scored 6 times in total. At the age of 28, this is his big chance. He may not get another appearance at a World Cup at age 32. So Argentina making the first substitution. Does bring the impact. Messi over the top. Big chance here for Argentina. Tagliafico dived at the ball, flung his body at it. The header came back in from Lisandro Lopez. That's Nico Gonzalez's first involvement in the game. John Stones with a clearing header. Anticipating went to get goal side of unattached now. John Stones doesn't have a club. Where will he end up? Apparently Napoli are interested. He won't really care at the moment about that. They just want to make the World Cup final. As England threw Bellingham. Couldn't find Gordon. It's there for Guehi on the spin. Bellingham, left side for England. Over halfway now with Spence. He's got in front of him. Goes square. It's Kane. Lurking forward is Rodgers. Waits for the run of James. Ball of Fernandez with an error in midfield. He's claiming that he's injured. Doesn't want England to play on. Kane might have a shot. It's like McAllister. right now. He's around Gordon. Needs a teammate. Finds the space. Good pass for Messi. There for Nico Gonzalez. In the middle it goes. Declan Rice hacks it high and behind. Corner kick, Argentina. Nervy time. Nervy times. Excuse me. Need the hydration break myself. Nervy times for England. Hydration complete as we wait for Lionel Messi to take possibly one of his last corners in World Cup history. Does he have another one in him? Swings it away. He goes along to the back post. Spence gets up. He's knocked over by his own player. It's out of the danger zone for England. They lead by a goal to 0. Square ball for Simeone. Thought about the drive. It's there for Tagliafico. Tries to nudge it in to the near post on the right boot. It'll deflect off Anderson and behind for a corner. The Argentinians are very vocal now. They know this might be their best chance to win a World Cup for quite some time. You need one of the greats like Lionel Messi to get you there, most of the time anyway. Puts it into the middle. Good ball. It's headed down, and then it's the goal scorer, Anthony Gordon, who clears. Argentina will come again. Most of the ball with them. Messi will try a good ball in. Big chance. Pickford with a save. The header from Nico Gonzalez. And that was Argentina's chance to get their goal and get the parity they wanted. That was the chance before the hydration break. It was Nico Gonzalez who was able to get goal side of Guehi, and Pickford was alert, makes a smart save down low to his right. 69th minute, we're having the hydration break. England still holding on to that lead, but only just. So don't go anywhere. You're here listening to the game live on Flash Score. In the meantime, do check out the app. Player stats, live commentary is also written, not just verbalized. Of course, we've got the final coming your way. Who will play Spain? Well, we might know in as little as 25 minutes. Spain knocking out France last night, if you didn't know. Yazdabal with a penalty. And Pedro Porro with a goal, 2-0. The winner tonight to take on the Spaniards, reigning Euro champion. And it could be a repeat of the Euro final. You'd think England would be better positioned than they were a couple of years ago. Spain, easily the best side in that competition. They have been measured in this World Cup. They have stormed into the final unexpectedly. Very tough draw for the Spaniards, but they have played some very good teams in the lead up to that semi-final against France. Perhaps that got them in good stead. England and Argentina having it just a little easy, you would think, for heavyweights. The likes of Switzerland and traditionally Norway, if you took Haaland out of the equation, probably wouldn't be rated as a potential semi-finalist, but they are a very good side. Just going back to this save from Pickford on Nico Gonzalez, couldn't get the angle on that header. So far, he has kept a clean sheet, and that's all England need to get to the final. Simply need to maintain this clean sheet. They will be there.
I suppose now, though, in this formation, you know, that onus is on Jed Spence, isn't it, to burst forward, which we know that he can do.
Yeah, the fullbacks, definitely.
Right, Bellingham trying to shield the ball, but Argentina run away with it. And Enzo Fernandez finds Julian Alvarez. England have got to get back. White shirts pouring back. Alvarez running free. Remember the goal that he scored in extra time. The world champions are in trouble here, 1-0 down. But Argentina give it to Messi, and why not? And then Messi to Montiel, and Montiel's cross has gone a long way and is cleared away at the back post by Reece James on the stretch, who was able to get a foot to it, half-volleyed it out for a throw-in. He's saying it's not been taken from the right. Argentina. Montiel back to De Paul. Two of the substitutes have just come on. Now Christian Romero. Romero will play it across to Otamendi. And now out there to the left-hand side to Tagliafico. Otamendi drags a pass, right-footed, all the way across the surface of the Atlanta pitch to Montiel. And then De Paul. Otamendi again. Picks out the ball to Gonzalez on the left-hand side. Just before the water break. The header that was well saved. He was only probably 8 yards out, might have been closer. Pickford made a super save, sharp, down and low. 1-0 England lead. 5 live in the World Service from the BBC. Messi growing in influence. Enzo Fernandez. And then Otamendi is able to get it onto his right foot. And then it's worked here to De Paul. Both! And comes out! It seemed certain that would end up in the back of the England net, but it smacked the post and stayed out from the diving McAllister. Argentina come again, no let up. De Paul into the edge of the box. Out to Montiel on the right-hand side. Montiel lifts it in. England able to half-head it away through Anderson, and then further away from Bellingham, and Kane takes it down but loses possession. And Argentina getting closer. And here they come again. Montiel. Alvarez turning. 25 yards out. England have got everyone back behind the ball. Now to Montiel on the right-hand side. Gay comes across, Spence as well. De Paul, another dangerous cross, headed straight at goalkeeper Pickford by McAllister once more. But straight at him this time, he was able to go down and gather it on the half volley.
Well, the England goal is leading a charmed life. The balls that are coming into the box are extremely struggling to defend. McAllister from close range couldn't really tell whether it hit the post or Jordan Pickford. I think Jordan Pickford might have just got a big chunk of that one. I think his positioning sense was once again good. I think it hit him rather than actually being a conscious save. The balls that are coming into the box, De Paul
survives, who have not kept a clean sheet in the knockout stages yet. 2 clean sheets against Panama and Ghana. 1-0 they lead. Anthony Gordon, his goal. He's off the pitch. He's been able to find positions already since coming onto the field. And then Enzo Fernandez back across to Messi. Wide. And he couldn't get it on target from a tight angle all the way across the face of goal. Although actually the offside flag was up, and it looks as though Gonzalez had just stolen offside.
It's a worrying trend that for England, because it's very, very close. Just looking at it again. Messi's ball over the top, and it's the 3rd time now that Reece James has got caught onside. Very, very narrow this England defence, and they're getting runners around the outside of them.
Live.
Thomas Tuchel's made just a one change ball.
What a turnout it's been on the streets of Atlanta throughout the day.
Yes. You would suggest so.
As De Paul squares things up, over halfway they go again. Alvarez is the last man. Now, Enzo Fernandez, he's the long-range threat, so is Messi. Ball over the top, big chance, fired across, and it's inches wide from Nico Gonzalez. And Jordan Pickford, that is an angry response from the England keeper. But Argentina, they should have scored one of these chances. This one, in the end, it looks like the offside flag went up belatedly. And I can tell you, if that did go in, it would have gone to VAR, and maybe Nico Gonzalez was not offside. But he came in on that left half space. A header put across the face of goal. It's only just missed going in. Through really good improvisation by Argentina. De Paul and Messi. Cannot discount them from getting this goal, and they so crave. And again, Argentina come. Beautiful defense by Konsa. Kick the ball away from Gonzalez. A throw for Argentina, 15 yards back from the corner flag left side. Space starting to open up. Chances starting to be manufactured. How long can England close down the base from Messi? Bellingham takes the ball away from him. It's Morgan Rogers. Away he goes. Big chance here if England can capitalise in transition. The shot is blocked by Otamendi. Picked up by Anderson, scooped down the line. Argentina will keep it in, only just. Now to Paul, it's the afterburners. Across the field he goes, 40-metre run. Tagliafico. You can tell there's a real sense of urgency now from Argentina. 79th minute, they trail by a goal to 0. World Cup semi-final. Spot against Spain on the line. Will be broadcast live to you on Sunday. World Cup final coming your way. The game is really starting to thrill the neutral. Maybe not England fans right now, who are desperately worried. Messi's side will get that equaliser. They've had a lot of chances in the last 10-15 minutes. But Argentina are behind though. England simply just need to hold out. A loose pass back for Enzo Fernandez. Now the keeper comes forward, and England do well just to waste a few seconds. Every second counts. McAllister in the middle will find Nico Gonzalez. Alvarez on the ball though. Floats it across. Montiel, first time ball back in. De Paul waits for them to get in line. Fernandez, short pass. Argentina would love a free kick in this area with Messi on the ball. Plays it behind. Otamendi with the give and go. Tall defenders in the box. Big chance. Still there. Bicycle kick attempt comes. It must be a foul. And it must be an England free kick. With Harry Kane and Ezri Konsa hitting the ground. It's going to be Lionel Scaloni's last roll of the dice. And it will be Nicolas Tagliafico who makes way for the Inter Milan man, Lautaro Martinez. They're going gung-ho, but it's exactly what the neutral wants to see. Lautaro Martinez, he does have a goal in this World Cup. It will come in the 81st minute. He has 39 goals for his country in for his 84th appearance. So that's a good 24 more goals than Julian Alvarez. They're big hitters. Perhaps Nico Paz would have been able to help Messi in the middle. He is seen as Messi's understudy. The Como man will not take the field, not at this stage. Unless they get to extra time, maybe. Looks like Dan Burn is warming up as they go for height in the box. I think Thomas Tuchel's worried about that aerial threat because Argentina are working the flanks, something that maybe England didn't expect. Because Argentina like those central spaces. We've got two players coming in. It's Reece James, who makes way, and looks like Declan Rice. O'Reilly is coming on. So Rice and James are making way. Dan Burn and O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly, where's the number 3? The Man City man. This wastes an extra few seconds, doesn't it, for England? 83rd minute, they lead by a goal to 0. Dan Burn, at the age of 34, in for cap number 11, has never scored. That's not what he's been brought in for. He's just there to help the aerial threat. He goes straight into the back line next to Guehi and Stones, playing a 5-man back line. Spence shifts over to the left. That's where he usually plays, and Konsa on the right in front of them. We are looking at a five-man defence, Concert at the back on the right. Elliot Anderson still is on the pitch. O'Reilly. Foot race on as Nico O'Reilly is trying to beat Messi to the ball. Good turn of pace from the 39-year-olds. Getting in front of the 21-year-old. Here is Argentina again on the left side. Looking for an angle to Paul, 30 yards away, directly in front. Over for Messi on the right flank. Good ball to the back post. It goes over the head of the intended target, which was Christian Romero. So again, threat nullified. 6.5 minutes to go, plus stoppages. England leading by 1-0, but we did see Argentina fight against Egypt when they were 2-0 down. I've got to say, that was a better game on the eye. And this one is a mental challenge of epic proportions. England looking to stop the Argentina in the World Cup as the Albi Celeste come again down that left flank. He got his radar on target, over the head, and perhaps would have hit the crossbar in Pickford's defence, but he couldn't take the risk, could he? Messi from the right side again. Work. It there, and it'll be another shot that Argentina have the equaliser in the 85th minute, and it is Enzo Fernandez. His right foot has been absolutely brutal in this game, and he finds the inside of the goal on the. It curled away from Pickford. This time he was able to guide his shot. More a heat-seeking missile into the side netting, in line with the right post, across Pickford, who did dive and was outstretched, but this was beautiful to watch from Argentina. England's goal in general play was breathtaking, but this is a fine goal. Enzo Fernandez, again, in line with the right post, was able just to find that bit of space, no one coming towards him until Bellingham at the end. Don't know if it took a touch off the England number 10, but that has curled away, and perhaps Pickford just saw it a little. And unless we have a goal in the next 4 minutes and stoppages, we are going to extra time. Enzo Fernandez.
Argentina has just scored. The score of the match,
Goal number 8
Argentina
for
is
Argentina
1-1.
in cap number 48. The Chelsea man looking to break English hearts. Pointing to the gods. Pointing to San Diego, undoubtedly the patron saint, the demigod of football in Argentina. And now the Argentines feel the momentum shift is with them, in the crowd, in the stands. Atlanta today was a sea of Albi Celeste. Can England find something to win this in regulation time? As Pickford gets the ball, it is smacked long. Kane waits. 2 Argentinians come. One is Otamendi, the other one Romero. They look inspired. Is the momentum there for them? Just find a way.
The scorer of Argentina's goal is Fernandez.
Wouldn't put it past them. Most of the chances with Argentina deservedly have their goal. But again, Pickford with some really smart saves as McAllister wants to meet the ball. Well defended by Guehi in the middle of the pitch. Argentina into the attacking half again, but it's much slower. And to England's an Argentinian side that is stacked with attackers right now. So what will be their formation at the back? Who knows? But maybe they feel like they can win this in normal time. of the game. Now Messi on the right wing has O'Reilly to beat. Again, it's Messi. Into the mixer it goes. John Stones with a precise header. Bellingham clears. Messi will retain possession. Referee says play. Messi did what he said here. No. Referee stopped play because John Stones is... minutes, that's for sure. England know that they need to stop this. So down goes John Stones, who is an experienced... as if another nation did this. But John Stones... header, I must say. But Argentina have their equaliser. They would take this. If you offered it 20 minutes ago, they wouldn't care if John Stones needed an injury break. Disappointment on the face of Jude Bellingham. Pickford always does that pointing to the head gesture, doesn't it? The gesticulation, so important in football these days. And while we wait, it has been and ping balls, and he's positioned Messi on that right side a lot more often. Messi was a central figure, literally. He was the focal point, straight down the guts, with Simeone instead doing the work on the right. But now, in the last half... and it's definitely a shift to the tectonic plates, you would say, back in favour of...
History. Cancel.
Argentina was 2.
YouTube.
England.
Tap to activate. Live.